Today we're going to talk with Jennifer Gallardo. And Jennifer Gallardo is a midwife of renowned experience. I actually met her and she delivered my baby 2 nights later. She's an amazing person with an amazing heart, and her story is one that motivates me and helps me and encourages me every day as I follow her on Facebook and am friends with her and can see the good that she's doing throughout the world. And so I'm really excited to share with you her experience through life, what's brought her to where she is now, and the good that she's doing and that she hopes to continue to do on a greater scale. So thank you for being here and listening with us today. This interview contains graphic descriptions of births and deaths in a third world country. It may not be appropriate for younger audiences or audiences sensitive to the topic. Tell me about the international work that you're doing.
Well, in 2010, my husband and I were with the kids skiing and up on Mount Hood. January 2010, and there was an earthquake in Haiti, January 12th, 2010. Mm-hmm. And I didn't hear about it the day it happened, but when we were, and we don't have TV at home, but when we were up staying at a cabin up there, they had TV, and the TV was going, and I started seeing footage of the earthquake. And I had this, like, feeling that it's really hard to explain because I've seen other world disasters, and it's not like I was like, I have to be there. But
right. When
this happened in Haiti, I just had this feeling of I have to be there. Mm-hmm. And my husband's always supportive. It's like, can I go to Haiti? I need to go to Haiti. I have to be there. And he said yes. Myself and 2 other midwives were in the first commercial airline that landed after the earthquake.
Wow.
So it was a couple weeks after the quake.
Yeah.
It was life-changing. Like, I've seen poverty.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it like this.
Yeah.
Like, this was when we arrived and you see all the earthquake, like, just the house is crumbled and the streets just rubble, and it just feels like you have entered into a war zone disaster. Like, it was really, really impresionante, you would say in Spanish.
Yeah, made an impression on you.
And then we went into the mountains we worked at the hospital in Port-au-Prince, and then we went up into the mountain regions to work. And they weren't as affected by the earthquake as far as
daily life.
There wasn't rubble.
Right.
And but they had a lot of earthquake victims who had come up to
get away from the main.
So the hospital was very very full.
Uh-huh.
And we were working at the hospital every day. We were working in the birth area, and when we were working and doing births, there's no water. And I was like, oh, it's because of the earthquake. And I was like, we had a translator. They speak Cajun Creole. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, so it's because of the earthquake that there's no water at the hospital? And they're like, no, there's never water. And then I was like looking, I was like noticing, oh, yeah, I'm seeing the sinks on the wall and the pipes aren't connected and there's no water. Mm-hmm. I was like, how do you take care of people with no water? You know, like a hospital.
Yeah. With
no water. And so we, had our gloves and our hand sanitizer pump that we carried on our waist that we brought. And but they didn't have hand sanitizer pumps.
Right.
And I was like, just like observing and watching what's going on, and women coming into birth. And then
in the middle of this hospital with no way to wash or clean anything. Yeah.
And then you have the women coming in, and woman after woman coming in to birth and needing care, and I saw the patterns that I'd seen in Guatemala of the abuse of
just trying to make
and
them.
I have such a heart for not just the women who are being abused, but for the people who are doing the abusing.
Providers, yeah.
Because the providers are like,
they're stressed out of their minds.
They're stressed out of their minds.
Yeah.
They're
there because they love people, but they can't do what they need.
They don't have what they need.
Yeah.
And so I have a woman who's seizuring from eclampsia that I'm trying to care for, and I turn her over on her side so that she won't like gag and choke and inhale fluids, because now she starts throwing up while she's seizuring, and then we're all trying to help her, and the nurses and everyone, and they're messing with the IV, and I'm like, okay, I'm thinking that they're getting the magnesium in her, right? her baby's about to be born, and I was in the middle of delivering the baby when she started seizuring. So, we're now like trying to like get her to not die,
Right,
right?
right.
And I'm like waiting for the seizures to stop so then we can focus on delivering the baby. And I'm taking heart tones and I'm like going over and checking on her, and she's like keeps seizuring and I'm like,
where's magnesium?
Finally, I'm like, why is the magnesium not working? And they're like, we didn't put magnesium in there. Nobody paid for magnesium. The grandma needs to go to the pharmacy and get the magnesium.
Ugh.
I'm like, this is 20 minutes that she's been seizuring before it becomes
suggest
clear.
To tell the grandma to go get the magnesium. Ugh.
So then they have to write her a prescription. She has to go to the pharmacy and pay for the magnesium and bring it back to give the mom.
As the mom's
it's
just
like 45
seizuring.
minutes of seizuring before we finally got magnesium into her and were able to calm her seizures for me to catch this baby. And I was just like, wow. Okay, no water and no medication.
Yeah.
And then the women are coming in to birth, and no one's taking heart tones because they're too overwhelmed. Like that's not even on the list of things to do to take heart tones. Okay, so if you want women laboring in this very large room with, I mean, it was really worse than anything I'd seen in Guatemala.
Yeah.
Like, so there were like maybe 20 women in that room laboring, and then when it's near the time for them to birth, they go to the birth room where there's 5 delivery beds. And so you have delivery beds, and the delivery beds are pretty gross and bloody, and there's not water for cleaning. And the women are getting up and birthing on the delivery beds. And it's really surreal. So you're like catching a baby while someone is next to you peeing in a bucket. While there's in the corner a cardboard box with 2 dead babies.
Oh my goodness.
And another dead baby on the counter that died last night and no one's done anything with. And it's like, this isn't real. So
this can't be somebody's reality, but it really is.
It is. And you have just women after women coming in. They just need cared for, you know? And then you have a hemorrhage happening. You're like, where is the Pitocin? I brought Pitocin in my medical supplies. Like, and you're like trying to like get someone to go find wherever they hid the Pitocin or wherever it is, or, you know, and so like you can't even like, the supplies aren't even there.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so I called my husband again. I was like, honey, can we open a birth center in Haiti? And he said yes.
This is your first trip down. You decided I'm doing this.
Yeah. I was like, can we open a birth center in Haiti? I was like, we can do better than this. Like,
Yeah.
They need water, they need medications, and they need kindness and respect.
Yeah.
And we can teach that.
Yeah.
So, bless his heart. He not only said yes, but he went down and found us the place. He found us the birth center.
Wow.
He and my son, Galen, went down and went all over the country to find what. It was funny. He would call me and be like, well, this place is like this, and I'm having a hard time finding a place to rent here in Port-au-Prince. I was like, okay, try this other town over here, and then try. And he's over in North Haiti by Cap-Haïtien, which I hadn't been to. And he's like, I think this is the place. You're going to really like this. It's green. It's tropical and green and beautiful because, the place I'd been in Hinch was not. And I was just like, well, that sounds nice. I was like, but is there poverty? He's like, oh, yes.
All of Haiti is. Yes.
I was like, I hadn't been all over Haiti. I was like, but I need to be somewhere
Is
where
it all like I experienced? Or? Yes.
He's like, oh, yes. There's a lot of poverty here. And that's how we started.
Oh, my goodness.
So, anyhow, we met. I cry with this story because, opening a birth center in Guatemala, like many amazing things happened to be able to pull that together. And opening a birth center in the U.S., like, wow, miracles happened for me to be able to get that space when I had no money, for me to be able to get clients and get a birth center up and off the ground. But Haiti is like the biggest miracle.
Yeah.
So.
And it's offering the most blessings for people that really wouldn't have access to it.
Such a miracle. That place is open, and we're doing 50 to 130 births a month. And we do free prenatal care, birth, postpartum for thousands of women a year. I think it was over 6,000 appointments.
Wow.
Last year, and
So that's thousands and thousands of women who would be in a hospital in that setting that you described.
no, not even. They don't have money for a hospital. There's no free hospital. Like in Guatemala, there's free hospital. There's no free hospital in Haiti.
Oh man.
They have to pay for the medications, and they have to pay for care. So they don't have like the same systems where you have a public hospital you can go to.
So most women
They birth alone at home.
At home. And there's not really a midwife system in Haiti.
There are matouans. There are matouans, and we do training with matouans.
So you're able to get some of these matouans
yes,
to help in the birth center and train.
Not help at the birth center. We have midwives. We have Haitian midwives at the birth center.
Okay.
So we have Haitian midwives, which means they've been to nursing school in Haiti.
Oh, cool.
And then they've been to midwifery school. And we opened a midwifery school, and we have a school where they attend for 18 months. They attend midwifery training. And the first while that we were in Haiti, the first few years we had people on the ground, and now it's completely Haitian run.
Wow.
So.
And you go often, though? How often are you going down there?
3 times a year.
Okay.
And my husband goes a couple times a year. And we often go at different times, so the other one can be with the kids.
You have a director, midwives that are trained.
We have 5 midwives, 5 Haitian midwives.
How many rooms is this facility?
It's very different than U.S. We have 1 birth room.
Okay.
We have 1 birth room with 4 beds.
Okay.
And they're not delivery tables. They're beds that we got at IKEA.
And if somebody wanted to help support this financially, how can they help support your...
Going to mamababyhaiti.org.
Okay.
And to donate, and we love monthly donators because if you become a supporter to donate monthly, whatever amount that is, then that's income that we know is going to come in every month. On. Yeah, yes. Because it is still a small. None of us get paid for. The Haitian staff get paid, but no one who's directing or volunteering. None of the board members are paid. We're all a volunteer board, and it's just such important work that we're doing. We have. We do mobile clinic and village care and do outreach. So there's a village that for us is a 90-minute walk after a 30-minute boat ride. But for the villagers, they can't afford the boat ride. So for them, it's a 4 to 5 hour walk.
Wow.
And they come in labor. They walk 4 to 5 hours in labor to birth with us. We go and do prenatals up there. And when we go, because they don't have any health care, we end up being, as midwives often do in places, being like the doctor of the village, where we are, last time we went up, we had to suture someone who had a gash on her head, and we had to take a rock out of a kid's nose, and just all the village doctor stuff. So in
the States, it's a quarter up the nose. In Haiti, it's a
yes, yes. So we had they deal with the same things we do, right, with kids.
Exactly.
Like even in Haiti, the kids are putting rocks up their nose and things up their nose, right? So we're doing the midwifery school. We're doing village outreach. We also do prenatals in the slums by the river, Shada. The education that's happening at the birth center, and every Monday, 40 new clients sign up, and 40 new moms are there, pregnant, with doing their pregnancy tests. And you know what's sweet? Like, no matter what poverty they're facing, like, still, like, there's that excitement when they're pregnant. Yes. Like, we're doing the pregnancy tests, and people are excited at new life, and that they're going to have a baby. Yeah. So, and they want the same things for their children that we want here.
Of course they do. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Jennifer is amazing, and as you could see, I think everybody would want to be her best friend or want her as your best friend. I know I do. So probably the best way to do that is for all of us to support Mama Baby Haiti International and help support Jennifer on her mission to be able to provide that love and support and care and nurture for all of our sisters throughout the world who are giving birth to these beautiful babies. And I don't get to interact with her enough, so I'm really grateful for this chance that I had to sit down and interview her, and I hope that you're able to get as much of it out of it as I did. Thank you.